Designer Direct says, if we go another 2 to 3 years without a Gears installment, it'll be trouble for Gears. I just can't see the miss almost an entire console generation with the X as well as the S. With S. Yes. Look, man, I am 1,000% with you on that one. I can't see it if the Coalition and Microsoft want to do what's best for Gears of War. You have got to. I really think that they have to come out guns blazing this Xbox Game Showcase and show us the Gears of War collection as well as Gears 6. You show us both those things, and even the Gears of War movie that's been rumored to be in development for a long time, showing us like a teaser for that would be huge as well. I think that Gears of War has got to absolutely crush it at this Xbox Game Showcase. I know it's Xbox Bethesda Games Showcase, so we know Bethesda is going to play a huge role at this thing, but we've got to have it's got to be big for the Coalition. They've got to really regain a lot of people's trust. And I also think, though, that, and I've say this a lot, that it's not just on the Coalition, it's definitely on the community as well. I think that the way that we've reacted to certain things that the Coalition has done has been not the best way, and definitely not the way that we should be doing things. We have to get better as a community moving forward, but the Coalition's got to get better as well. I'm super excited to say the least about this whole thing, about what could potentially be shown here at the Xbox Game Showcase. I think there's a lot to be excited about. Regardless of whether we're talking from the Coalition's perspective, whether we're talking from, just other games that are going to be shown at the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase, I think that's something that's really huge as well. We've got, the Coalition tweeting out a couple of things here. Number one, they tweeted this out a couple of days ago. Interested in environment art. We're looking for a senior environment artist and would love to check out your portfolio. And so they're looking for a senior environment artist. They're also looking for a content producer. They tweeted this out on June 6th. Join our squad. Do you have experience guiding innovative teams? We're seeking a content producer to collaborate with for the project team to deliver best in-class gaming experience for our players. Now, what you'll notice is they're saying join our squad, and they're showing Gears of War, right? Marcus, JD, and Kate Diaz, all here together, which is absolutely awesome. And they're looking for a number of roles, right? Full-time roles that they're looking for here. And I've got to tell you, after going through a lot of these different roles, they are, without question, they are looking for a lot of roles to be filled amongst the Gears of War community. And what's a very interesting thing for me is that I made a video where where I was talking about the Coalition was looking for some motion capture, specialists. And what's interesting about that is one of the positions being a motion capture specialist is that if we're talking about the Gears of War collection, I don't believe they're doing motion capture for the Gears of War collection unless they're really adding like new maps. They're adding a lot of some new characters, things of that nature to the Gears of War collection. Motion capture would be being used on the next project, that being like Gear 6. And that's why I think that Gear 6, they really are ramping up production. They're recruiting a lot of people. And I mean, yes, they're talking about joining our squad and they're showing Gears of War. So they're not showing anything else. I mean, they could have just said, we're looking for a content producer, not even show the picture of, Marcus, JD, and Kate. But they did, right? So that tells you something. That's saying, okay, they're looking for a senior multiplayer designer, a UI artist, a QA director, senior environment artist. I mean, they're looking for a lot of positions, senior multiplayer designer, and all of these, like I said, you're getting the hints right in front of you. Gears of War is without question at the forefront here, even though we know that the Coalition is... There's a couple of things that they're looking for here. The Coalition, number one, is working on the Perfect Dark reboot. Now, this isn't confirmed, but there's rumors that the Coalition is working on the Perfect Dark reboot. they are working on their own new IP altogether. So that's number 2. But then number 3 is Gears 6 or Gears War Collection, or both of those things is another thing that's very, very interesting. Zed says, hey Zero, I subscribed to your YouTube and I just started Twitch Day, so I'll be sending you a follow. I appreciate you, Zed. Really appreciate it, man. Appreciate all of the new subscribers, all the new followers, guys. Whether it's here on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube, I do appreciate you guys in a massive, massive way.